Stay still. Do not move a muscle. Close your eyes for just one moment and feel the weight of the air around you. Do you feel that? That heavy, suffocating pressure that has been following you for weeks. It's the feeling of a world trying to force you back into the race. It's the feeling of the chase. You have been waking up with a racing heart, haven't you? You've been feeling this frantic, desperate urge to fix things, to reach out, to mend bridges that others burned, and to secure a future that feels like it's slipping through your fingers. You feel it in your temples, a dull, pulsing ache that won't go away no matter how much you sleep. You feel it in your chest, a tightness that tells you time is running out. But I am here to tell you that the pressure you feel is a lie. It is a frequency designed to keep you a slave to the hunt. You have spent your entire life believing that if you don't run after it, you will lose it. You've been told that if you don't fight for their attention, they will forget you. If you don't work yourself to the point of exhaustion, the abundance will dry up. But look at your hands. They are tired. Look at your spirit. It is drained. You have been chasing shadows in a labyrinth designed by the Matrix to keep you exhausted. Because an exhausted chosen one is a controlled chosen one. You are currently experiencing a spiritual exhaustion that no amount of caffeine or physical rest can cure. It is the exhaustion of the soul trying to play a game it was never meant to play. You were never meant to be the hunter. You were meant to be the sun. The sun does not chase the planets to keep them in orbit. It simply burns. It simply exists. And because of its gravity, because of its light, everything is pulled toward it. You are noticing the symptoms of the great reversal right now. Perhaps you've noticed that the more you try to make things happen, the more they fall apart. You send that text, and the silence that follows feels like a physical blow. You push for that promotion, and suddenly the door is slammed in your face. You try to be kind to that family member, and they respond with a venom that leaves you shaking. This is not bad luck. This is a divine intervention. The universe is intentionally making the chase painful for you. It is putting thorns on the path of pursuit so that you will finally stop running and turn inward. You are feeling a strange sense of detachment lately, aren't you? A feeling where you almost want to give up on everything. You feel like a black sheep more than ever because you can no longer pretend to care about the things they care about. You see them running, screaming, and grasping for crumbs, and for the first time, you feel a cold, quiet realization. I cannot do this anymore. That realization is your power returning. That giving up isn't defeat. It is the death of the ego's need to control. You are being stripped of your ability to chase so that you can be forced into your true nature, the magnetic force. You've been feeling lonely, but it's not the loneliness of the rejected. It's the solitude of the sanctified. The ringing in your ears, the sudden flashes of heat in your palms, the way your dreams have become more vivid and intense than your waking life. These are signs that your internal frequency is shifting from seeker to center. You are being recalibrated. The Matrix wants you to think you are losing your mind or losing your edge, but in reality, you are finding your throne. Stop running. The very thing you have been sweating for, crying for, and begging for is currently wandering in the dark, looking for a light to follow. If you are running, they can't find you. If you are still, they have no choice but to gravitate toward your glow. The chase ends today. The attraction begins now. The reason the chase feels like death to you now is because, in the spirit realm, it actually is. You are operating under a new set of celestial laws that the people around you cannot comprehend. Why has the universe paralyzed your ability to pursue? It is because you have reached a level of vibration where effort is actually a sign of low frequency. When you chase, you are screaming to the universe, "I do not have this, and I am afraid I never will." That frequency of lack creates a barrier. that even the most powerful blessings cannot penetrate. You have been vibrating at the frequency of the needy, and the divine is currently breaking that habit by force. This is the spiritual mechanics of your current struggle. Every time you reach out in desperation, you are creating a repulsion field. Think of it like magnets. When you are in your power, you are the North Pole, and your destiny is the South Pole. It is an inevitable, silent, and effortless pull. But when you begin to chase, you flip your internal polarity. You become the South Pole trying to chase another South Pole. And the harder you run toward it, the faster it bounces away from you. You have been wondering why people who used to value you are suddenly distant, or why opportunities that seemed like sure things vanished into thin air. It is because your energy was loud. It was frantic. It was the energy of a beggar, not a king or a queen. The spiritual cause of your current frustration is a divine mandate to return you to your 0 point. You were born with a specific spiritual scent that identifies you as a chosen one. This scent, this aura, is designed to command the elements. However, many of you have spent years being conditioned by the Matrix to act like commoners. You were taught that the squeaky wheel gets the grease, and no pain, no gain. These are the mantras of the slave. For the chosen one, the mantra is be still and know. The Creator is currently stripping away your external support systems to prove a point to your soul. You are the source of the gravity in your life. You are not a planet orbiting someone else's sun. You are the center of your own galaxy. The divine is allowing you to feel this isolation and this failure in the physical world to force your third eye to open to the spiritual reality. There's a celestial guardrail around your life right now. You might feel like you were being blocked by demons or bad luck, but look closer. It is the angels of your lineage. They are standing in the way of your chase, because they know that if you catch what you are currently running after, it will kill your growth. You are trying to chase silver when your frequency is being upgraded to handle gold. If the universe allowed you to succeed in your frantic chasing, you would be trapped in a lower tier life, forever serving the things you pursued. By making you fail at the chase, the universe is preserving you for the harvest. You are being taught energy mastery through the pain of resistance. You are learning that your thoughts are architects and your emotions are fuel. When you stop doing and start being, the spiritual gears shift. The heavy lifting is being taken away from your muscles and placed onto your spirit. You are being moved from the realm of hustle to the realm of flow. In the realm of flow, the water does not chase the ocean. It simply follows its nature and arrives. You are currently being taught how to follow your nature. The symptoms you feel, the restlessness, the feeling of being stuck, is simply the friction of your old self trying to run while your new self is being commanded to sit on the throne. While you sit in this forced stillness, something fascinating is happening in the shadows. The people you used to chase, the narcissists, the toxic family members, the friends who only called when they needed a favor. They are starting to panic. Have you noticed? They aren't laughing anymore. They are watching you from a distance with a mixture of confusion and genuine fear. You see, the Matrix and its agents thrive on your pursuit. They feed on the energy you leak when you are worried about what they think or when you are trying to prove your worth to them. Your chase was their food. By stopping the hunt, you have effectively begun to starve the vampires in your life. The enemy's greatest weapon against a chosen one is the illusion of your insignificance. They spend years gaslighting you into believing that you are lucky to be in their presence, that you are the difficult one, the crazy one, or the one who is falling behind. But the moment you stop running toward them, the moment you stop explaining yourself, stop defending your character, and stop seeking their validation, the power dynamic flips instantly. They are scared, because they realized they never actually had power. They only had the power you gave them through your attention. Now that you are silent, now that your energy is retracted back into your own core, they feel the sudden drop in temperature. They feel the vacuum where your light used to be, and it terrifies them. They will try to provoke you. This is the reaction phase. You might notice hoovering attempts, random texts out of the blue, fake emergencies, or subtle jabs on social media designed to get a rise out of you. They are poking the lion to see if it's still alive. They want you to chase them again, even if it's in an argument, because as long as you are reacting, they are still the center of your world. But you must understand, they are not reacting to your anger. They are reacting to your absence. They are terrified of the version of you that doesn't need them. They see the glow returning to your skin. They see the clarity returning to your eyes. They see that you are no longer a match for their low vibrational games, and it makes them feel small. The Matrix is a system of mirrors. For years, it reflected back to you a distorted image of a person who was less than. But as you master your energy and stop the chase, the mirrors are breaking. The enemy realizes that without your light to reflect, they are standing in the total darkness. This is why they are becoming more aggressive or more desperate in their tactics. They are trying to anchor you back down to the 3D plane. They want you to worry about your reputation, your bank account, or your status. They want you to jump back into the rat race because they know they can't beat you in the spiritual realm. They can only beat you if they can keep you running on the treadmill of doing. You have become a glitch in their system. A chosen one who does not chase is a threat to the entire hierarchy of this world. Your peace is a weapon of mass destruction to the ego-driven structures around you. When you move with the calm assurance that what is yours will find you, you vibrate at a frequency that literally dissolves the influence of narcissists. They cannot stay in the presence of someone who is full. They can only latch onto the empty. By reclaiming your energy, by filling your own cup, you have become energetically invisible to their traps. You aren't just winning the game, you are exiting the stadium, and they are left screaming at an empty field. You have the upper hand now, not because you fought, but because you chose not to participate in the hunt. Your silence is the loudest sound in the spirit realm, and it is currently shattering every chain they tried to put on your ankles. The truth that the world hides from you is that the universe is not a chaotic void. It is a perfectly ordered mirror governed by the law of correspondence. As above, so below, as within, so without. The deep truth of your life is that you are a co-creator who has been tricked into acting like a spectator. You have been waiting for the prophecy to come true, for God to move the mountain, or for the universe to send the sign. But the metaphysical reality is that the universe is waiting for you to stop moving so it can finally deliver the cargo. You cannot receive a package while you're constantly changing addresses, and every time you chase, you change your spiritual location. You move from the position of owner to the position of seeker, and the blessing has to recalibrate its path to find you again. In the divine economy, your energy is your only true currency. Most people spend their currency on external validation, social proof, and material security. They are bankrupt in the spirit, but you, the chosen one, are being called to a higher theology. You are being initiated into the priesthood of Melchizedek, a lineage of those who understand that the spiritual world governs the physical world. The prophecy for your life is not a distant event. It is a present frequency. You have been told you are the black sheep, but the truth is you are the remnant. You are the one chosen to break the ancestral cycle of scarcity chasing. Your ancestors spent generations running from poverty, running from trauma, and running toward people who didn't love them. You are the one chosen to stand still and say, "The running ends with me." This is the law of magnetic resonancy. Everything in this world has a signature frequency, abundance has a sound, love has a weight, peace has a color. When you are in a state of chase, you are vibrating at the frequency of lack. And according to the divine law, lack can only attract more lack. You could work 20 hours a day, but if your frequency is I need, you will only produce more need. The deep truth is that you must become the thing you want before it can manifest in your hands. If you want love, you must become the source of your own adoration. If you want wealth, you must vibrate with the gratitude of someone who's already overflowing. This isn't positive thinking. This is spiritual physics. It is the mastery of the internal state over the external circumstance. God's plan for you is not for you to be a hustler or a go-getter. Those are terms used to describe people who are trying to outrun their destiny. God's plan is for you to be a lighthouse. A lighthouse does not run all over the ocean looking for ships to save. It doesn't scream at the waves or beg the boats to come closer. It simply stands on the rock. It maintains its light, it stays consistent. And the ships, driven by the darkness and the storms, have no choice but to navigate toward that light. Your only job is to keep your light burning. Your only job is to maintain your peace. The universe is legally bound by spiritual law to bring to you everything that matches your vibration. You are currently in a cocoon phase. It feels tight, it feels dark, it feels like you are being squeezed, but you are not being crushed. You are being pressurized into a diamond. The prophecy over your life is one of effortless dominion. You are being moved into a season where people will seek you out for wisdom you didn't know you had. Resources will appear from sources you never even considered. The matrix debt will be canceled, not because you worked harder, but because you moved to a dimension where that debt no longer exists. You are being taught that your worth is inherent, not earned. You are a divine sovereign, and a sovereign never chases their subjects. They simply command from the throne of their own being. The struggle you have endured was just the training ground to ensure that when the abundance hits, you have the character to hold it without losing your soul to the chase again. Now we come to the moment of final integration. You must move from the theory of energy into the practice of mastery. The activation of your magnetic power requires one thing above all else: a total, unapologetic withdrawal of your concern. To stop the chase, you must perform a spiritual grounding. You must pull your roots out of the shifting sands of other people's opinions and plant them deep into the bedrock of your own divinity. From this moment on, you are no longer available for the frantic. You are no longer accessible to the chaotic. If it requires you to sacrifice your peace to obtain it, it is not from your creator. It is a trap. Take a deep breath. Feel the energy that has been scattered across 1,000 different worries returning to your solar plexus. This is the recall. Visualize every tether, every golden thread of your attention that you've sent out to that person, that job, or that fear, and see them snapping back into your own chest. You are becoming whole again. The practical step for you today is the policy of silence. When the urge to chase arises, the urge to explain, to check the phone, to fix the problem, you will instead sit in the silence for 10 minutes. You will tell the universe, I trust you more than I trust my anxiety. This is how you seal your energy. This is how you tell the matrix that its remote control over your emotions has been disconnected. Let us seal this transition with a declaration of power. Speak these words in the quiet of your soul, or let them vibrate through your room. I am the center of my own universe. I am the magnet for all that is mine by divine right. I officially resign from the chase. I release the need to be understood by those who are committed to misunderstanding me. I release the weight of the world's expectations. I am no longer a seeker. I am a receiver. Every blessing, every resource, and every soul that is meant to walk with me is currently being pulled into my orbit by the irresistible gravity of my peace. I am still. I am radiant. I am enough. It is finished. The shift you have been waiting for is not coming. It is already here. You will notice it in the coming days. A phone call will come from someone you stopped thinking about. An opportunity will arrive just as you truly let go of needing it. This is the confirmation. When it happens, do not run toward it. Stay on your throne. Let it come all the way to you. Let the world see what happens when a chosen one finally remembers who they are. You have spent your life being the black sheep who followed the flock. Today, you become the shepherd who leads by the power of their presence alone. You are being activated into a life of ease. This is your birthright. The struggle was the lie. The flow is the truth. From this second forward, your energy is your priority. Your peace is your power. Your silence is your strength. Walk out into your day with the chin held high and the heart wide open, knowing that you don't have to hunt for a single thing. The feast is already prepared, and the table is being set in the presence of your enemies. All you have to do is show up and claim your seat. Go now in this power. If you felt this frequency, if you know this message was written specifically for the crossroads you are standing at right now, then claim it. Type, "I am magnetic," in the comments to anchor this shift into the physical realm. Subscribe to this frequency to stay aligned with your high vibrational family. We are the ones who stopped running so the world could finally catch up to us. You are the chosen one. Your mastery begins now.